Hello, this is Inequalities and Modulus lesson 1.2. In this I will discuss questions on the range of variable. Now x minus 2 into x plus 5 into x minus 1, this is less than equals to 0. Now we need to find the range of x. Now in all such question we first need to find where this inequality is equal to 0. So can I say that at x is equals to 2, at x is equals to minus 5 and at x is equals to 1, this inequality will be equals to 0. So we will draw the first number line. We will first draw the point where this inequality is equals to 0. So this is, let's say I'm taking the 0, minus 5 would be here. At this minus 5, this inequality is 0. At 1, this inequality is 0. At x is equals to 1, this is a point 1. And at x is equals to 2, this inequality is also 0. So how many regions we have? We have regions number 1 R1. This is R2 region, second region. Region number 3 R3 is there. And region number 4 is R4. These are 4 regions we have to check. The region which will satisfy the inequality, that will be the value of x. We only need to check one value in one region. So first I will check 2 plus. Anything 2 plus. What will happen? Will the inequality satisfy? Anything is, let's say the x is equals to, let's say 3. I am checking 3. More than 2. Is it satisfying the inequality? If you put x is equals to 3, this will be positive. This will be positive. And this will also be positive. Product of 3 positive number whenever x is equals to 3 is not less than 0. So this will not be the region that satisfies the inequality. So it means that this region will not satisfy the inequality. You only need to check one value. If one value does not satisfy, all the value will not satisfy. So it means that for all values of x more than 2, this inequality will not satisfy. Now I will cancel this. I will check other values. From 1 to 2, you can take any values from 1 to 2, let's say 1.5. Take any values from 1 to 2, 1.5. For 1.5, this value will be negative. I am making this x minus 2 would be negative because 1.5 minus 2 is negative. This is positive. And this is also positive. So positive into negative. Product will be negative number. And that satisfies the inequality. Because we want that product of these 3 numbers must be less than or equals to 0. It comes less than 0 when you put x 1.5. So this whole region will satisfy. Equal to will be there because x equals to 1, the inequality will be 0. We need equal to also. So 1 will also be there. And x equals to 2 will also be there because at 2 this inequality is 0. There is equal to sign. So we want those values of x also where the inequality is equals to 0. Now check this region minus 5 to 1. Put 0. Once you put 0, I am checking 0. I am checking this 0. Once you will check 0, what will come? For 0, this is negative. This is positive. This is negative. Negative into positive. Final answer will be positive. And product will be more than 0. But we want that product should be less than or equals to 0. So it won't be satisfying. So this region will also not satisfy. What about this region? Values less than minus 5. Whenever x is less than minus 5, you can check that minus 6. You only need to check any one values. When x is equals to minus 6, this will be negative. This will also be negative. And this will also be negative. All the 3 numbers will be negative. And the product of 3 negative number product will be less than 0. And this will also satisfy. So it means that what will be my range of x? My range of x will be x belongs to minus infinity to minus 5. Minus 5 will be included because we want that this is less than equals to 0. Equal to 0 will also count. So this will come minus infinity to minus 5. Minus 5 will be included. Then union 1 to 2 both will be included, because we want that the inequality must be equal to 0 also, and that will be my final answer. So x range would be minus infinity to minus 5 union 1 to 2. Next question is x minus 2 into x plus 4 divided by x minus 1 greater than 0. Now how to solve such kind of question? Because there is a denominator also. So what we have to do, we have to multiply and divide this by x minus 1. If you multiply and divide this by x minus 1, this will become x minus 1 whole square in the denominator. This must be greater than 0. Now why we have done this? Because we will multiply with the denominator both side, and we will remove the denominator. Now this value is a positive number. This value is positive number. X minus 1 whole square is always positive number. It can't be 0 because x can't be equals to 1, because if it's 0, anything by 0 is not defined. So very important first thing is that x should not be equals to 1. Now if you multiply and divide, multiply both sides by x minus 1 whole square. If you multiply the inequality with a positive number, I told you in the basic, if you multiply the inequality with a positive number, there will be no change in the sign of inequality. So what will happen on the left hand side? It will be x minus 2 into x plus 4 into x plus x minus 1. This must be greater than 0 into x minus 1 whole square. Can I say this equals to x minus 2 into x plus 4 into x minus 1. This must be greater than 0, because 0 into something is always 0. And this is the question you have to solve. X minus 2, x plus 4, x minus 1 greater than equals to 0. The condition is that x can't be equals to 1, because if x will be equals to 1, this denominator will become 0, and something by 0 is not defined. Again, now this question becomes the question we solved just now. Again, you have to take the point where the inequality is equals to 0. So at x is equals to 2, at x is equals to minus 4, at x is equals to 1, this inequality is equals to 0. Now again make the number line. I'm just making a number line. This is number line. At minus 4, this inequality equals to 0. And this is origin I'm making. This is 1 and this is 2. At all these 3 points, the inequality is equals to 0. Now I will make the regions. Which regions will satisfy? For more than 2, my inequality is this. This is the inequality. If you put more than 2, all value will be positive and this region will satisfy. Put any values, let's say you put 3, all values will satisfy. All the 3 will be positive. Product of 3 positive number is positive. You can check that. 1 to 2. From 1 to 2, this will not satisfy, because 1 to 2, the product will be negative. This region will not satisfy. Again, this region will satisfy. You have to put x is equals to 0. You can check 0. From 1 to 2, you can check 1.5. And from less than minus 4, you can check minus 5. This region will also not satisfy. You can check. I hope that I don't need to spend that much time. I hope you can check. Put any values in that range. If one value does not satisfy, entire region will not satisfy. If one value satisfy, entire region will satisfy. So what will my answer? My answer would be x belongs to minus 4 to 1. Both will not be included, because we need equals to 0. Minus 4 will not be counted. This is a small bracket. Minus 4 to 1. Both are not included. Minus 4 as well as 1. Union 2 to infinity. 2 will also not be included, because at x is equals to 2. At x is equals to 2. This is equals to 0. This inequality is equals to 0. But we want that this inequality must be greater than 0. So 2 to infinity, minus 4 to 1, that will be the range of x. So very important, this is a different concept. Whenever there is a denominator, you have to make it a perfect square, and then you have to simplify the inequality. Next is a concept which is sometime used. It's not that important concept. It says that whenever x is greater than equals to 1, it must be there 1 plus 1 by x whole power x. This is always lies between 2 and 2.8. It can be equals to 2, but it will always be less than 2.8. How we can check that? 1 plus 1 by x whole power x. That is what we need to calculate. If you put x is equals to 1, what you will get? 1 plus 1 by 1, that is 2 power 1. Your answer would be equals to 2. And in that situation only, this will be equals to 2. Now if x is equals to 2, what you will get? You will get 1 plus half, that is 1.5 power 2. If you solve this, you will get 2.25. But it will, again you can see that this is less than 2.8. So the maximum, it will be nearest to 2.8. It won't be equals to 2.8, just less than 2.8. Put any values of x. If you put x is equals to 10, that will also be true. That would be 1.1, x is equals to 1.1 power 10. This will also be less than 2.8. So that is the inequality, that is the basic concept. And what kind of question used to come on this? Question come like this. If you need to calculate 61 power 60 or 60 power 61, which one is larger? Now it's very difficult to calculate 61 power 60 or 60 power 61. This is the only concept that will help us to find which one is greater. You need to find which one is greater. So what we will do, we will take this 61 power 60 divided by 60 power 61. If this fraction will be more than 1, we will say that numerator is greater than the denominator. If this fraction is less than 1, we will say that denominator is larger and the numerator is lesser. So only thing is that we need to find this fraction. So how we will find this fraction? Can I say this is 60 plus 1 power 60. This 60 we can separate out. This is 60 power 60. Now 1 by 60 will get separated. 1 by 60, you can separate that. You will left with 60 plus 1 power 60 divided by 60 power 60. You can further solve this. Can I say this is equals to 1 by 60 will be outside. This is 1 plus 1 by 60. You can make this whole power 60. That will be, this is how it will be simplified. Now this is what we discussed, 1 plus x power 1 by x. In this scenario you can see that this is similar to 1 plus, this is x, you can take 1 plus 1 by x power x. In this case x is equals to 60. So this value can be at max. At max this value could be just around 2.8. Maximum it could be 2.8. So 2.8 by 60. This fraction will be always be less than 1. Even if it 2.8 by 60 will be less than 1. It means that denominator is larger. So this is the greater one. Denominator is larger than the numerator. That's why this fraction is less than 1. So that was all about lesson 1.2, questions on the range of variable. Thank you.